What up?
It is Sunday and it is beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm in the backyard. It's being done. My wife is building getting a privacy wall done right here. Well, it's gonna be right here. So if we come over here, you can see that the concrete has been poured right here and right here as well. So that would be up today. I almost tripped. Y'all didn't see that. So, but we finna jump into the video. Wall Street Mania. What up? Once again, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Sorry about my dog tags. As the title of the video goes, getting y'all started in 2025 as a day trader. The complete guide I would be doing if I had to do this over. Let's jump into it. Number one, if I show you a graph or a chart like this one right here, if you are confused about it, then that's where you need to start. So, learning what the red and blue candles are, that is the biggest thing. Now, luckily for y'all, I got a free video that y'all can check out on Wall Street Mania for YouTube. Learn what candlesticks are. And if my video doesn't help you guys, there are plenty free videos without you guys having to spend a dime. The goal of this video, guys, is to save you guys as much money so you don't have to just go and waste it over and over things that can be found free. You need to understand what a green candle and what a red candle means. You need to understand that when you see green candles, it means up. And when you see a red candle, it means down. You need to learn that bullish and bearish are associated with those candlesticks as well. You need to understand what going long is and shorting on trades mean, calls and what puts are, ups, downs. You need to learn those terms. That is where I will start at, because that way when you look at a chart, you go, I get it. Green means this thing's going up, red means going down. It's basic stuff, but again, if you don't know where to start, you just don't know. Like, you don't know what you don't know. That makes sense. But again, there are plenty of free videos on YouTube to where you guys can learn it. It's completely free. Just put in learning candlesticks 101 or learning candlesticks in the market basics, and bada bing, y'all will be good. Saved y'all money right there. Second thing I would be learning, and I preach this all the time, is market structure. When I first started my journey a couple years ago, I did a 101. The guy basically told me, because I was so confused on what the heck he was talking about and what he was saying, I was lost. I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't know what the heck dude was talking about. And once he seen that, he just stopped and said, hey, this is what I would suggest, learning market structure. And I did. And it changed my entire trading career because I understood exactly how the market moves. Now, to give y'all a preview, learning market structure. The market is going to move in three ways. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go sideways, which is consolidation. You need to learn those three things. So now you got your candlesticks, you got your market structure. Now at that point, when you're looking at the chart, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. Higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. That is going to make sense. And if I said that to you, and you didn't understand exactly what I meant, that's probably why you want to learn that. Moving on. Third thing, this way you can dip your toes in the water. You need to be going on TradingView. TradingView is what all the greats use in order to chart the charts. Now, some people use other things, but probably I would say 80 to 90% of day traders and traders in general use TradingView because it allows you to chart out your charts and trade on. The cool thing about this is if you're starting and doing these step-by-steps that I'm giving you, it's going to put you ahead of the game because you're going to learn how to use these charts. You need to know how to use this particular chart when you are trading, how to get in a trade, how to exit a trade, how to set up your graphs. What does this line mean? That line mean? And you can also find multiple different stocks such as Walmart, Disney, S&P 500, ES, QQQ, all these things all found on TradingView, a cool thing is it also allows you to paper trade. I always tell you guys, do not put money into something that you do not understand. So with TradingView, this is going to allow you to use paper money. You can load in $1 million. You can load in 500,000. You can load in whatever the heck you want. And it allows you to get familiar with trades. It allows you to get familiar with the things that you see on YouTube. This is a good stepping stone, using a paper account before you use your own real money. Learn how to use this stuff, y'all. Like, come on, use your brain. Here are 2 steps that you can do. 1, you can take the step in going to YouTube University, which basically means you're just learning straight from YouTube, or you can go the course and Discord route and spend money. Now, let me tell you, if you go the YouTube route, it is going to be free. Problem is, nobody is there to fully explain the small details. Somebody is going to tell you about their strategy, and there's going to be key ingredients left off for a reason, because they want you to buy their course. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Understand that just because somebody charges you $300, $1,000 or so to learn a skill, that doesn't mean they're a scam. That means they put in the work, and this is their business, and they want to get paid for it. There's nothing wrong with that. This fly is making me mad. Get off me. Moving on, if you are going the course and Discord way, a couple things to avoid. If somebody, number 1, is trying to sell you a bot, leave. Do not put money in it. Here's why. I understand that AI is a big thing and we all use ChatGPT, but if you are depending 90% of the time on that bot to trade for you, what happens when that bot goes down? What happens when that bot needs maintenance? You're screwed. And then when you have to do this your own manually, you freak out because you're like, I don't know what the freak I'm doing. Boom. Your career's done, buddy. Another thing. Now, again, this is personal preference, so you guys can do whatever you want. Because again, this is what caught my attention at the beginning as well. If you are following somebody and all they talk about is that lifestyle, the Lamborghinis, the big homes and all this stuff, 9 times out of 10, guys, not all the time, I said 9 times out of 10, that person probably don't know how to trade, and they are depending on upcharging and charging for the course. Now, a lot of traders, and I'm not going to jump into this whole thing, but a lot of traders that I followed at the beginning got exposed because they really didn't know how to trade. They were just good at selling you material that was already on YouTube and making a profit. That's why I've done multiple live trades to show y'all, like, hey, I know what the freak I'm doing. But if you have somebody that consistently talks about that versus the learning, it's probably best to just go ahead and leave, because they don't know what they're doing and they're going to screw you over. Also, do reviews, guys. Like, y'all done reviews before y'all bought products. This is the same thing. You're learning the skill. You don't want to get screwed over. Now, granted, just because you don't learn something doesn't mean it's a scam, but there are certain things to look out for. How are they? Can they be reached when you need help? Are they hard to get to when you need help? Look at the reviews, guys. Look at all types of reviews. And some things, guys, you just have to just jump head on in, regardless if it's a scam or not, to get your own perspective on it. So don't be afraid to do that. Jump in the water. Here's another thing, guys, and this is massive. When you find a strategy on YouTube and that person tells you there is a 90% win rate, there is an 80% win rate. Look, I'm here to tell you right now, there is no such thing as a 90% win rate. Here's why. Your best strategy should not come up every single time. That's one. We are at the mercy of the market. So if somebody's telling you that they know how to predict the market, you absolutely do not. The only ones that move the market are the big players, banks, institutions, things like that. We do not move the market. Doesn't matter how much money we have, we can't move the market. So there is absolutely no way to predict that. So when you get a strategy and you see a strategy, you should be back testing that strategy for at least a month, at least 100 trades, whatever you want to call it, to make sure that it works. Because just because it works for me or this person or George down the street does not mean it is going to work for you. You need to see it and test it out before you use real money. Get your results, get your numbers, What type of win rate is it? What is the losing rate on? What caused this thing to win? What time did this thing win? You need to be testing all these type of things before you use a real market in order to be successful as a day trader. Trust me, I wish I did that at the beginning. Now let's say that you've done everything that you were supposed to do all the way up until this point. Another thing, guys, give yourself time. Don't rush this thing. Trust me when I tell you, the market ain't going nowhere. It's been here for years. It absolutely is not going anywhere. Give yourself a couple months, all right? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Even if you tell yourself, hey, after 6 months, 3 months, I'm gonna start trading. Don't rush it, guys. But I will say this, jump into it, because here is the emotion part of it. You need to be a good loser in the market. The one thing I will guarantee you, and I can bet all the money I have on what I'm about to say, is you will 100% lose money in the market. That is a 100% guarantee. The minute you jump into a real account and you put your money in and you hit buy or sell, your emotions start. Like your heart's pounding, like you're just, oh my gosh, I'm up $10, I'm up $100, I'm up $500. Do I pull out? Boom. You need to have the emotions of what it's like to put real money in or to lose, because you are going to lose throughout your career. That is actually what makes you a great trader. Not winning. It's when you lose, because when you lose, you learn. You learn from that loss. You learn what happened. Get your feet wet, get the emotions going, because that is going to be a massive thing when it comes down to the market. Learn that. And when it comes down to learning the market or jumping into trades, you need to find out which one. I use the S&P 500, but because I use futures, I use the future side of it, which is called ES. And if you are not wanting to risk a lot of money, you can use MES. Now, on a couple videos, I did explain what those two mean, but later on we'll explain that. But again, find some type of trade that you would like to do. I use futures. Finally, what you should be doing is logging every single trade that you take. Here's why. The average day trader learns the market and becomes profitable and successful after 2 years, because it allows your brain to see consistent patterns over and over and over. How the market moves at this particular time, during this particular month, during this particular event, during this particular holiday. This is why you always want to log all of your trades, so you can go back and see why you won or why you lost. And that way, makes your winning rate go from a 40% to a 50%, to a 60%, to a 70 at best. Always, always, always log your trades. And don't be afraid, guys, to miss out on going to the club on a weekend so you can log or back test strategies so you can be successful that Monday and going into that next week. So that's the biggest thing. The thing I'll leave you guys with is just rinse and repeat. In order for you to be successful, you have to be consistent. You cannot do this journey and quit after 6 months or 3 months and then decide to come back. It is going to be a huge gap in your trading career, and you will still be stuck at the very beginning, because the markets change all the time. So stay consistent, guys. Stay faithful. You guys can reach out to me for any type of questions. I respond pretty quick, at least I try to. You can reach me at Wall Street Mania on TikTok, on Instagram, or on YouTube, as we are here right now. I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday that the Lord has made for us. But keep God first, as I tell you guys all the time, especially with all the stuff that's going on in the world right now. Stay close, stay focused on Him. Be blessed, guys. Love y'all, and I will see y'all on the next video. Peace.